Morning, Isaac. Morning, Isaac. Morning, Elizabeth. Morning, Adrian. Isaac, I don't need your love. Morning, Jared. Everybody going? Good morning, Emma. Here you go for Monday morning. Good morning. It's Monday, April 13th. It's a whole new week. This better not be I'll do word of the day first. Okay, so weekend word of the day. Shut up, Alexis. This was the weekends. Saturday and Sunday, April 11th to 12th was Farctate. 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 It's an adjective. Stuffed full of something. Farctate. Yeah, I never heard that one. Okay, this one I definitely heard of. There's today's word, Monday, April. Oh, sorry, I didn't show you. Farctate. All right, April 13th, Monday. It's kitsch. Kitsch. It's a noun. Art, artifacts, or other objects of a cheap or junky nature that appeal to popular or lowbrow taste. Wow, that's brutal. Kitsch. 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 I don't know that I've used it or heard it used so much with the whole like junky, lowbrow. I don't know. I mean, it's something that's kitsch is kind of not super fashionable, but I don't know. Okay, that's today's word of the day. So I hope this is not a comment on how this week's going to go, because I went to get dressed this morning and put this on and pop, it done broke. So good thing I've got a whole bag of them in my office. So when I go for instrument pickup today, get myself a new bracelet. Okay, did I miss anybody? Oh no. What's up, Parker? And good morning, Antonio. I'm super. The piece of music I picked out for this week, I know they're all my favorites. I keep saying it's one of my favorites. This one is top 5 for sure. Maybe top 3. I don't know. That we'll get to that later. So how was everybody's weekend? Easter went well for everybody? Yeah, you know what, Parker? I'm gonna talk about I've got a whole bag. If you do an instrument pickup today, you're getting one. Just letting you know. I'm gonna hand them out with instruments today. But seriously, Parker, I'll try to remember to bring one home with me and throw one at you as I pass your house. I will gladly give you a new one. Anybody else needs a new one, just let me know. We'll figure it out. My weekend was okay. Boy, the weather on Saturday was something else, wasn't it? Saturday? Yeah, it was Saturday. Like, I had all these plans. This was gonna be crappy weather all weekend. I had all these plans to make new videos. I didn't. I got out Saturday, and I thought we had open burning, so I gotta get my leaves burned this morning before it rains, and then it never rained, and I just stayed outside until like supper. Like, it was glorious. So I got nothing done this weekend, but it was okay. Yesterday was crappy weather. Weird yesterday, cooked Easter dinner or lunch. I'm from a farm, so Mrs. Ryan and I had a discussion how growing up it was dinner and supper, and then I moved to the city. By the city, I mean Ames, when I went to college. And I had to really get used to lunch and dinner. So when I talk about cooking, I use lunch and dinner, but when I talk about something like traditional, like Easter, I say I cooked Easter dinner, but it's lunch. Whatever. Anyway, it's just for 2 of us. There's no family over, so I cooked a ham, a 9-pound ham. You know how many leftover hams how many pieces got a lot of leftovers. That's the point of my story. Hey, Jackie, I'm glad you woke up almost on time. So I got a lot of ham. I got to look up some recipes on ham salad and all that stuff. Ham soup. Anyway, it was just weird cooking Easter dinner for just 2 people, but we got through. I hope everybody's Easter was okay. We watched We watched a church service on. My wife started watching Hope Lutheran in Des Moines. She really likes that. I mean, we listen to the local one. Don't get me wrong, we're doing local also, but she also likes to do the other one in Des Moines too. She likes to do both. So we watched that on, and then had dinner, and the weather was junky. We watched yesterday the new version of Little Women. I'm not a big Little Women fan. My wife's a huge Louisa May Alcott fan. When we went to last summer, we took a trip to Boston, and that was one of the we had to stop in Concord and see the Orchard House and where she grew up, and that was like the highlight of the year for her. She's a huge fan, so she really enjoyed the new movie, the new Little Women movie. I thought it was fine, it was well made. I just not a big not my thing. Anyway, hope everybody else's weekend was good. I had a lot of fun Friday. Boy, I tell you that sound problem at the beginning really disappointed me, but I had a good time. Um, thanks for putting up with me. And I'm sorry, Anna and who else was it? Noah and Isaac. That mashup. I went back and watched it. I didn't explain it well to you at all. Like, I will take 100% of the blame on how awful that went because A, I didn't explain it to you. B, it was a little too hard. I think someone my age, it wasn't as hard because of the pop culture references, but it was too hard. And I did not explain it at all very well. So I apologize. So thanks for playing along. I was not kidding. These are getting shipped out this week. So those of you who won, I give it to everybody. Everybody who played, I think, is getting one. So thanks for putting up with me on Friday. Really had a good time. Really enjoyed that. So thanks to no, it was horrible, Isaac. I mean, not the whole thing. I'm talking about the one game. That one game was pretty horrible. Yeah. Anyway, so Christy Welch told me that I had to start watching Tales from the Loop, which is on Amazon Prime. So I've seen the first 2 episodes. Parker. Jab from Parker. The Tales from the Loop, it's on Amazon Prime. I've watched 2 episodes. I can't decide if it's right up my alley or if it's going to just be a miss. Like I don't know. So far, I find myself wanting to watch the next episode. It's kind of my like if I get on the episode, I'm like, do I want to watch the next one? And so far, I've wanted to keep watching, so we're gonna stick with it. See how it goes. It's been interesting. It kind of reminds me of anybody watch Black Mirror. It reminds me of that a little bit. That style of storytelling, a little bit of the story, kind of, but it's very I don't know Black Mirror-esque without really being that Black Mirror. I don't know. That's hard. Anybody else seeing it out there? You understand what I'm saying? Like the storytelling that seems to be kind of like the. I'm gonna shut up and keep going. Section leaders. Some of you've been asking, getting impatient. I know. Hopefully the next week or 2 we'll have that figured out. On our marching band, there is a lot of on marching band stuff I'm ready to send out. I made a Canvas page. I haven't posted it yet, but I will be posting it. It's a page on Canvas, and all it is all the on the marching band audition material, the music you need, the scale sheets, recording of the piece that is Bang Bang, not Bang Bang like it's the Green Day Bang Bang, not the like we have for Pep Band. It's much better. Anyway, the recording's on there. I put the video that I made on there too if anybody who hasn't already watched it needs to get the base information. I wouldn't have linked on that too. I hope to have that up for you by the end of the day today. And those of you who are doing on our marching band auditions, please make sure you're going to be checking your email because we need to start doing lessons. I got to start listening to you play the music. 90% of it you can do on your own. You can read the music, you can listen to the recording, you can do your scales. I just need to check in with you probably twice between now and auditions just to make sure that you're doing everything you need. That we're going to get you as high up in the section as we can. Those of you doing percussion, there's 5 or 6 of you. I will be emailing you individually. So, because I got to know what instrument. Some of you have told me what instrument you want to do. But then every instrument in the percussion has a little different audition. So I need to make sure you understand how that goes. I didn't do any new play along videos this weekend because like I said, I went outside Saturday and had all these plans. Like when it started raining, I was going to come in and do all this, and then I just stayed outside all day. So I'm sorry, but I enjoyed the weather Saturday. I hope you did too. I'm getting tired of people. I'll go on a little rant here. I'm getting tired of people being dumb. Just put that out there. We're lucky we really haven't had much of a spread here in Crawford County that we know of. But it doesn't mean go out and get in groups of people. Like that's how that's going to happen. Like some people out there just they don't care. We had in our neighborhood the other day, we had a group of people, just whole group, and I want to go over there and go, "What are you doing?" Like, and the comments on Facebook drive me nuts. That's why you just stay away from Facebook. People, I get it. It hasn't spread that bad in our county, so we got to keep doing the social distancing so we don't get there. Like that's just, ugh. I'm getting frustrated. So pick up today. I know, Esteban, the high school parking lot is a huge problem. I don't get it. I mean, just in people your age, like it's not you guys, but people your age, like, well, we're not getting sick. Well, duh. Like, think about someone else for once, not just yourself. Just once. I'm asking you just one time. Think about somebody else, not just yourself. I know Elizabeth says make me mad. Like I said, the people who watch this are the good people. So I'm just ranting to rant now at this point. God, it pisses me off. Okay. So today we're doing the pickup thing. So I do want to I haven't Jasmine, go to bed. What are you doing? So I want to talk about instrument pickup today because it's getting more and more of you are signing up. So I sent the email out yesterday and I sent it out again this morning. I changed my idea because I was starting to get more and more of you ask about it. So I thought, I wonder if there's more of you who need to pick up your instrument than I originally thought. So I did the sign up thing. It's not just, I don't want you to just show up and text or email me anymore. I want you to sign up for a time slot because Mrs. Reiner and I won't be able to deal with 12 cars coming at once. You'll be sitting there and getting frustrated, and we will get frustrated too. So I sent out the Google spreadsheet. There's like 5 of you on it right now, and there's 15-minute time slots. The 1 to 1:15 is full. 1:15 to 1:30 is almost full. 1:30 to 1:45 is about half full. 2 to 2:15 is half full. 2:45 to 3 is half full. 2:15, 2:30, 2:30, 2:45. There's nobody yet. So if you haven't signed up for a time and need to come pick something up at the high school, get on that sheet. I emailed it out again this morning and get a time slot because some of them are filling up. One of them is full. That just helps space it out so Mrs. Ryan and I know what's coming. It was originally going to be me from 1 to 2, her to 2 to 3, but with the amount of people, I don't want any of us to get overwhelmed. So we're both going to be there. We're just going to stay away from each other. But please get on the spreadsheet and sign up. I want you to come get your instrument or a school instrument if you need it. I do. I want you to come to school and get it. But you've got to get signed up so we spread you out. So tell other people too if you hear. But that's 1 to 3. A lot of you are asking about reeds. The music store is not doing deliveries anymore, so our reed supply is very low. We haven't replenished it. If I have a reed that you need, put it on your thing that you need a reed. Some of you did. I will get it for you if we have one, but you need to put the exact amount of money in a bag. I'm not going to have change. Okay. So if you give me $5 for a $3 read, I'm going to say, thanks for the donation. We're not going to deal with money. Okay. Put it in a little plastic bag, a little sandwich bag or a Ziploc bag. And when you come, don't just put it out on the curb. Wait till we drop your instrument off and we'll walk away. And then you get your instrument and say, here's some money, put it on the curb and we'll come get it. Okay. We don't want like face-to-face interaction. I don't have a lot of reeds though. So my suggestion to you, if you need reeds, is get on Amazon and order a box. It's more expensive, I get to order a box, but in the long run, it's cheaper. It should be a lot cheaper for you just to order 10 reeds. Go get in with your brother, sister, or friend and say, hey, can you order a box of reeds? I'll split it with you half and half. I don't know how you're going to get it to each other. Drop it off in a mailbox or something. But get on Amazon, order your own reeds. It's cheaper that way, and you'll have them. You don't have to try to figure out the getting back and forth. Same thing with oil. Reeds, the reeds we keep at school in those blue boxes are called Rico Royal. If you order Rico, that's the orange boxes. They're a little cheaper quality. That's like what the middle school usually has for beginners. But we use Rico Royal, which is in the blue box. Some of you use like Mitchell Laurie or Van Doren or Hemke. If that's you, you know that. Like, if you're sitting there going, do I use those other brands? Probably not. If you don't know you use them, then you use Rico Royal like everybody else. You get on there and make sure you order the right strength. Most of you are 3, some of you are 3.5, and the right brand, Rico Royal. And like I said, they're boxes of 10 usually. Okay. Oil, as long as you're ordering instrument oil, and make sure it's specific to your instrument. If you want slide oil, put in slide oil. If you want the more expensive, the good stuff trombones, it's called Slido Mix, SLIDE-O-MIX, Slido Mix. If you got questions, email me. Send me a screenshot. Is this the right thing? Email it to me, and I'll say yes or no. Okay. But like I said, if you order on Amazon, you get your own, and you'll be in good shape that way. Okay. Any other questions about today? Please ask. A lot of you have my phone number. Is 100% okay to text during the day. Um, I I've said this for a while now. A lot of students have my phone number, and that's been that way for years, and nobody has abused it. And I'm very, very proud of that fact that we have that trust going on. So if you need something, you'd never be afraid to text me, as long as you're using it appropriately and not abusing that. That is 100% okay. Ask a question, email me too is also a good way to do it. So, all right, let's get on with life. Okay, so video. I already said I started watching Tales from the Loop. We'll see. I'll let you know at the end of the week how that's working out for me. The music. So I'm decided during this break I'm going to try to get familiar with some musicals that I don't know already. So for instance, I downloaded In the Heights the other week. Suggested that. What we started with today was a track from a musical. I don't know much about it. I don't really think it's a musical. They call it a musical, but I think it's more of an in concert situation. By the way, NBC rebroadcasted Jesus Christ Superstar last night. Every time I watch it, I'm like, no, this is a good version. I used to be like, oh, it was okay. And then I was like, nah, John Legend's not that good. And then no, he's pretty good. Like every time I watch it, I'm a bigger fan of this version of it. It's well done. So if you like that musical, and again, those of you 910 band, we had this whole discussion about theology and disagreeing with interpretation. That's 100% okay. But from the music performance point of view, I think it's a really great version. So it was on last night. It was fun to watch that again. Anyway, the musical, it's called Six, S-I-X, Six, just the number six written out. It's about, yeah, Isaac, I know. I mean, and I get it. People have legitimate concerns with interpretation. I get it. I mean, that's a legitimate thing. I get it. 100% okay. So the musical is called Six, and I don't know much about it. It appears to be more of an in-concert musical, but I don't know that. I need to do some research. It's about the wives of Henry VIII, and it's all pop, like it's like a pop remix. And when I first downloaded, because I looked online, like musical soundtracks I must have. You get the people make these lists of best musical soundtracks, and it was this summer the best musical soundtracks to download, and this was one of them. So I went on a limb and bought it. And the first time I listened to it, I'm like, oh, this is awful. It's cheesy pop music. It's cheesy. And then I realized two things. A, I didn't stop it. B, I was like, it was, I was tapping my foot. I was getting into it. It's cheesy, but it's fun. It's a fun soundtrack. There's one song it deals with adult themes, and there's one song that's probably questionable. But the rest of it, it's fun. It's fun pop music. You just heard when I started today, it was a track called "I Don't Need Your Love." I'll end the podcast. What am I doing? I'll end the live stream with the title track, which is actually the closer, the finale, called Six. So, yeah. Check it out. Say what you think about it. I ordered a new book. I finished that Curious Incident of the Dog in the Nighttime like a week and a half ago, and I have realized this weekend I haven't got a new book to read yet. So I ordered a book on Amazon called Pillars of the Earth. Some of you may have read it. Let me know what you think. And don't spoil it for me. Never mind. I don't want to know what you think. Let me read it first. I'm going through PBS had like the America Read, or the top 100 books in the United States, and something like that. Anyway, I'm trying to get through some of in that book, that list, and Pillars of the Earth was on it. Adrian watched an interesting documentary by Jim Henson. Netflix. Where was it at? Disney Plus, Netflix. I need a title. And where you saw it. So there's my recommendations. Theory today. We're going to talk about minor scales later. Today all I want to do is review what I did last week, because I kind of blew through it pretty quick. So we're just going to talk about major scales, key signatures. At this point, it's on YouTube. Okay, I'll give me a title, Adrian. So again, this is the order of sharps. This is the order of flats. Fat cows graze daily and eat bread. Flats go the opposite way. So I said in a sharp scale, you look at the note, you think about the note before, so the last note, and that's the last sharp. So if I said E major, you think, okay, E major, what's the last note? You go down, and it's D. So D is the last note, so therefore D sharp is the last sharp in E major. So E major has 4 sharps: F, C, G, and D. For instance, if you go G major, the last note would be F. So G major only has 1 sharp, it's F sharp. Flats, you take the name of the scale and you add a flat. So you go this way, and if I said A flat, you find the name of the scale right there, A flat, and you add 1. So A flat has 4 flats, B, E, A, and D. If I said C flat, okay, you find the name of the scale, there's C flat, you add a flat. So C flat has all 7 flats, B, E, A, D, G, C, and F. You add a flat. One more, E flat, okay, there's E flat. We're adding a flat, therefore it has 3 flats, B, E, and A. Those are your major key signatures for flat and sharp. Remember that I said every flat scale has flat in the name except F. F is a flat scale. It has 1 flat. The rest of flat scales say flat: B flat, E flat, D flat, G flat. If it doesn't have flat in the name and it's not F or C, it's a sharp scale. C is nothing. F is 1 flat. Everything else without flat in the name, G, D, A, E, B, those are all sharp scales. Okay, we are going to get to a piece of music. One of the reasons why this is one of my all-time favorites is not only because it's a great piece of music and it's a standard classic band piece of music, but it's in a, for instance, we talked about American Overture for Band when the very first week, and I said, I love this piece of music. You can't perform it because for a high school band, it's really hard. This is a really hard piece of music that's within the range of music you can perform at the high school. I think I've done it 2 or 3 times with a high school band over the years. And it's something we'll probably look at next year in 11-12 band. It's one I've had my eye on, like down the road. I'm like, okay, when that band gets to be 11 to 12, and I've got all these plans for next year for 11-12 band, and this Variations on a Korean Folk Song by John Barnes Chance is definitely on my radar. I want to try to perform that next year again. It is one of my all-time favorite pieces of music. It is, I love it. I love it so much. No, Alexis, up to 4 sharps and 4 flats. Not anything past that. So we're going to start with this is Variations on a Korean Folk Song by John Barnes Chance. I just want to give you a little bit of the information. It was written in 1965 by a guy named John Barnes Chance. He served in the U.S. Army Band during the Korean War, and he actually served in South Korea. So he picked up the Korean folk song called Ari Rong. Now, those of you in 9-10 band, that should sound familiar because we talked about it. It is the folk song in Incheon. And remember, I asked Mrs. Lauterbach, and she knew the name of it because it's a popular folk song that we do in elementary music, and it's in lots of literature. It's called Ari Rong, ARRIRANG, Ari Rong. It's a very famous. When South Korea hosted the Olympics a while back, it was a big part of the opening ceremonies. They did this whole Ari Rong thing. Anyway, huge folk song in Korea. And John Barnes Chance heard it while he was in Korea serving with the U.S. Army Band and came back and wrote this theme and variations on Ari Rong. It's based on a pentatonic scale. A pentatonic scale is a 5-note scale. This is E flat, F, A flat, B flat, C. I should get a piano in here sometimes. You can hear what that sounds like. But if you play it, you'll hear that sound. It'll sound familiar. A lot of people associate the sound of a pentatonic scale with more Asian music, especially that whole theater over there, Japan, China, Korea, Vietnam. The pentatonic scale is huge in the folk music in that area. So if you were to play that out, E flat, F, A flat, B flat, C, you would say, no, that I've heard that sound before. That's that pentatonic scale. Anyway, he uses that a lot in this tune. If you can play up and down those 5 notes on your instrument quickly, you can do a lot of this piece of music. That's why it's accessible to high school. It's hard, but it's some of the same notes. So once you get the motor memory, the muscle memory in there, it's easier to get it cleaned up. I also love this piece for percussion because it has a ton, or for band because it has a ton of percussion parts and interesting percussion parts. Today we're going to go through the main theme, the intro, which it just gives you the theme. He puts the theme in A B form. We're only talking about 30 some measures, and he starts in the clarinet with some of the it's low clarinet. If you're a clarinet player, it goes F G F B flat. It's all low clarinet. It's a really awesome sound. And it's just one of the most classic for band directors. It's one of the most classic openings. I mean, any band director out there who's been around hears the first 5 seconds. They know exactly what tune it is, and they probably get chills because they love the tune so much. So here is the intro. Again, it starts in the clarinets. This is John Barn Chants. I added on my playlist on YouTube for my favorite band tunes. If you want to, if some of you ask for the music and you want to try to play along, it is a great piece of music. Here is the beginning. This is the intro, the main theme, Are We Wrong, to Variations of a Korean Folk Song. It's just great clarinet line. All 3 clarinet parts, all playing unison. Then they bring the flutes in. They just flutes like ding like bells. I love this. They just hold. Okay, and coming up is one of my favorite moments in this already at the beginning. The brass come in just this warm, like, oh, and it's just an awesome sound. Euphonium has melody with saxophones. It's very smooth, it's velvety. And you're going to hear the bass just sits on a note. The tubas just go D flat and just hold it. Later, they're going to move. And we talked about pedal tones a couple weeks ago about how we use that for tension because your mind's like, you're going to move. And then all of a sudden it moves. It's just this release. So you're going to hear later the bass is just going to go D flat. And then you're going to kind of forget about it. And then all of a sudden you're going to hear it go down. It's going to just be a great sound. Anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. Here, the brass is about to come in. Melody will be in euphonium and saxophones. So just that bass just sits there, D flat. You got flute on top, tube on the bottom, just gonna sit there on the note. Just sit. And then all of a sudden it goes. Ready? It moves. And then the trumpets finally go. It's beautiful. It's so like, I don't know. It's just, and it's setting up the next part. It's going to get fast and furious. It's going to go super fast and get a little crazy, but it's such a great, beautiful, like calm opening to this very intense piece of music. And every time I hear it performed or we play it, it just gives me goosebumps. I love it. I geek out on this piece a lot. So this week we'll move through every day. I'll do a new variation, and I hope you love it too. It's just an awesome piece of music. So that is again John Barn Chants, Variations on a Korean Folk Song. I'm excited to go through this piece this week. Just super excited. So email me if you want a part to that. I will get those out. I've got about the normal group of you who asked for it, so I'll be expecting those today. I'll get those emailed out to you either this afternoon or tomorrow morning. Again, the pickup today, 1 to 3. Please sign up for a time slot so we can get you spread out so you aren't all come. 1:15 to 1:30 is now only got 1 slot left. So. And they're all starting to fill up. The end is filling up too. So get on there, get your time slot claimed. Again, I sent the email out this morning and yesterday. You should have 2 emails with a link to the Google spreadsheet. If you're an honor marching band, I got a lot more of you signed up than I thought there would be. And that's awesome. I can always, you guys don't ever let me down. It's an incredible feeling. You don't let me down. Sometimes you do, but usually no. If things like this, like you step up, and I'm really proud of this program, proud of everything you guys do. But the fact that we had so many people try on or sign up for On a Marching Band is pretty incredible. So get practicing. All right, I will get the information. I'll get the materials out to you today via Canvas, hopefully this afternoon after the instrument pickup time. And again, if you want one, I'll have these today, and we'll get some new ones out for myself as well as everybody else. So, I hope you have a great week. We're starting week. I've lost track. Is it week 5? I saw a clip. There was a news station out there, like they're part of their nightly news. They have this segment with one of their anchors, or maybe it's the weatherman or something like that. It's like, so, and the segment's called "What Day Is It?" And they just put a camera on this guy, and he goes, "It's Wednesday," and they cut, and that's the whole segment. Like it's hilarious, but it's so true. I can't keep track of the days very much anymore. So I think we're in week 5. So I hope you guys are all doing okay. Again, we're gonna close off with some music from the musical 6. I'm gonna get it started. This is the finale. Have a great week, everybody. I hope I will see a lot of you this afternoon picking up instruments. And take care of each other. All right. Have a good week.
He got down on one knee, but I said no way. Packed my bags and moved into a nunnery. Joined the gospel choir. Our riffs were on fire. At the top of the charts is where I'm gonna stay. Henry said